Do you think Stavros would rejoin the podcast if you gave him a bagel?
A bagel?
Yeah.
He is very food motivated, but I don't know if a bagel would do it.
It has to be more?
That's the thing that's
You
interesting.
think that he wouldn't be able to say no just looking at him?
No, well, it's the funny thing about him is, like, you would think that someone of that size would be, like, there's people that are big fat, so, like, you watch My 600-Pound Life,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, I have to eat 17 baguettes every morning, you know? It's like they're just, they consume. But Stav is sort of an Epicurean. I mean, I would go
What does that mean?
Well, he has taste. I mean, it's like
he eats good food?
He eats good food.
But that's only because he has a lot of money.
Even before that, I remember going to his, like, there was a 4th of July that was just, it was maybe when we had just started the podcast, but I went over to his house, and it ended up, he invited a bunch of people, but I was the only one that showed up. So he got all of this food, and he made, like, tzatziki, and he barbecued, and he made all this Greek food that was really good, and then we took naked pictures of him. And it was, but the food itself.
How much? I'm gonna forget that naked part. I'm just not even.
No,
I'm not even interested in hearing about. I don't want to imagine that guy naked. Any guy, but him specifically.
He's naked a lot. You don't have to imagine.
That's oh man, that's horrible to imagine. It's like I physically feel like my organs are like fighting each other right now.
Well,
like they're trying to kill myself.
Maybe you need some exposure therapy because it's not. I
couldn't do it. I'd rather jump off the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah.
That just sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Is that you've seen him naked before?
Oh, many times.
Is that why you like sound just so depressed and like?
Do I sound depressed?
You sound like you're like always. You sound like you're a little sleepy. Like you're just like you've seen the worst of it and there's nothing that can affect you now.
I hate that. I would love to not sound that way. Maybe I should get.
It's too far. You already saw Stavros naked.
Yeah. Well,
you saw the worst of the worst.
Well, he's very symmetrical. He doesn't like it's not
like he's a circle.
Well, he's like, who's that painter that does, like, the fat couples? Can you help? You would know. The painter? He's like a South American guy. Bolivia? Petruccio? Let's call him Petruccio. It's something like that. But, yeah, he's robust. It's not... The only thing that's off-putting is he has these, like, scars from some type of reaction he had to something as a baby. So it looks.
He also is like 30, but he has the hair of like an old Jewish guy who's about to die.
Well, he's bald. Yeah.
But he has the sideburns.
He does. He's grown it out.
Just
he's got like
horrible.
He's not as bald as I thought he was.
Oh, you don't see him often in person anymore?
The last time I saw him was like 2 months ago. He had a movie that came out.
How much? I mean, I don't know if you know, but how much does he weigh?
Well, the last time I checked when it was in person, I think he was 365 pounds.
Whoa.
At 5'1".
5'1"?
5'1".
That guy is like about to explode. There's not much more he can do. What's he gonna do? He's gonna.
Well, I think it looks balanced though.
No, it doesn't.
It looks like
It looks like that's the type of guy you'd find outside eating like the scraps of food at a McDonald's. Eating the old fries from.
To me, if I was an alien, right, and I came to Earth, and that was the first person I saw, I would be like, oh, that's what the planet is that shape. And so the people.
Yeah, that's not a good thing because then the alien imagining they could get here, you'd have to imagine. Like they've refined technology. They would understand technology. They'd look at like a normal guy, and then they'd look at somebody like that, and the guy go.
And the alien would. Well, they can't breathe.
They'd see somebody like Stavros, and
okay.
like he'd be like fucking panting and shit.
But he's not like that. I think it's.
He's not. He's athletic.
I think so. Yeah, to a certain degree.
I've never met him. He just looks like I don't know. He's look like a bubble that you're like. You poke it a little too hard. You
should have him on.
I've tried. He'd
probably be able to answer the questions better than I could about his weight.
About the bagel?
About the bagel, yeah, particularly, probably.
Well, let's move on. I don't want to only ask you about that guy.
Okay.
How can MrBeast have 300 million subscribers if there's only 8 million people in the world?
MrBeast has 300 million subscribers.
350 million now.
I don't know. That's fascinating to me.
I don't understand.
And I don't really understand what he does. Do you know what's crazy? I've never seen a MrBeast video, but I've seen his penis.
You saw what?
There's a picture of his penis on the internet that he sent to somebody, but I've never seen one of his videos.
How did you? I didn't hear about that. Are you sure it wasn't like that?
I have a Google alert.
That fool working for him back in the day.
Who?
A Google alert?
Yeah, I have a Google alert
it
for
alerts
penis.
you
So,
for stuff like that?
Anytime the word penis is mentioned,
it's like a Ring camera?
I get like a ping on my phone.
Do you share it with like your neighbors? Like you have like
I did. I went over to my
this?
neighbor. It's a nice, it's a older black family, and I said, have you seen this?
I like old black people.
And then they call the police.
The young ones are going fucking nuts, though.
The younger ones.
I think we gotta deport them. I don't know where to, but
yeah.
I think I'm not gonna continue. Let's go.
I guarantee you, there's a lot of people that thought that was gonna happen. Like they heard about deportations, and there's probably a decent amount of people that thought like that means the blacks, and then
that's what I was hoping for.
Yeah, right. And then they're like, wait a minute.
I mean, I didn't think it was gonna happen. It's like it's too good to be true.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when a new movie gets announced and you just think it's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
And then it comes out and it's like, I knew that there was no way that he was gonna get rid of them too. It's too good. There always needs to be something for the next guy to complain for.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. If you get rid of the blacks, then it's the next on the list is the Jews, pal.
Good.
You go right down to the fucking bottom.
Let's get rid of them.
Okay, all right.
I'm not Jewish anymore. I denounced it.
That's not how it works. It's on the paperwork.
No, it's not. I got rid of it.
See, and this is how. See, Trump's
I got fucking rid of it.
Trump's gonna fuck you. You know?
In a gay way or?
No. If you get rid of the blacks, then it's like,
No,
I'm telling you.
I'm not Jewish. I'm a white man, proud to be white.
Yeah, how many people do you think tried that in Germany in the 40s? They were like, but I'm not anymore. I stopped. I said I stopped last week. Leave me alone, please.
I'm not Jewish, though. Those guys were Jews. They were tricksters.
Okay. All right.
I'm.
You seem like a pretty straightforward guy.
Straightforward white man.
Yeah.
Like if somebody came up to me on the street, they're like they asked me to introduce myself, I'd be like, white power.
If someone came up to you in the street and said, introduce yourself.
Yeah, that would be my response.
Yeah, that's cool.
Introduce yourself. I'd go like, yeah, white power and that.
Yeah, that's.
And then I think a brawl might start, but let's go. I mean, I'll call my guys. I don't know them yet, but I'm trying to get in it.
Those are the two people the alien meets, is Stav and then a guy that says white power.
The aliens will just be like, wow, you have a...
Research done. We're going back to, I don't know.
No, they'll try to take me and my white brothers with them. They'll take us back to the homeland. I
have a theory that aliens have been coming here for like 100 years.
And they're planting the other races who try to destroy the world.
No, they just immediately get eaten by Chinese people.
But
they land in China.
I don't agree with that.
The Chinese are just sucking the meat off.
I think the aliens, if they're able to come here, they could defend themselves against the Chinese. So I think what they're doing is they're planting. Like you just see like these weird things popping up.
Like the Basque, you mean?
No, like weird different races. Like
yeah.
What's the difference between a Bangladeshi and a Pakistani? It's the same shit.
I don't even really know what Bangladeshi people are, to be honest.
It's the same thing. They're just trying to act like it's different.
Yeah. So are they Muslim? I thought their religion was like Dunkin' Donuts franchises. I really don't know what.
I think Pakistani people are Muslim.
They are.
And I think Bangladeshis are morons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know too much into it.
They do own a lot of Dunkin' Donuts. And those are the worst ones to go to because it's like the family's rich and then I don't know, one of them owns it and then the rest of them have to work there and they all hate working there. And it's I don't know if it's a problem here in New York. I get into a fight at Dunkin' Donuts every time because let's say let's say we're doing a hypothetical situation. You work in a coffee shop, and I say to you,
I'm still the same color I am now.
Yeah, the same color you are. Nothing changes. You just work in a coffee shop, right? And so I come in and I say, can I get a large coffee with half and half, right?
Okay.
And I don't give you any more information. What kind of coffee do you bring me?
Pure black, nothing in it.
Okay,
no sugar,
so you
nothing.
fuck that part up. What temperature is the coffee?
I'll make it like pretty hot, I guess.
Exactly. This is my fucking point. You go to Dunkin' Donuts, and you're not gonna WWE me, are you?